So I want to show you this issue we are having with this. Hello and welcome back to another video review. In today's video we are going to be checking out this brand new GoPro 10. Yeah, that is how it was marketed. You're supposed to put this in your teeth and record yourself. But all kidding aside, I'm just disappointing. I'm just not happy getting this disappointing product from GoPro. And all my videos, everything that I do here, most of the stuff, unless I put something out there, is bought with my own money. And this has not been what I was looking for. So GoPro 10. There is pluses and minuses to this. First I'm going to go into the good, and then I'm going to go into all this bad, why you should not actually get one or upgrade to this if you already have a different version of the GoPro. And the 10th version, when I made this, I had the idea that I'm going to be buying it because I have the action camera from the DJI, which you have to have some kind of case enclosed in it, because otherwise you can't actually go ahead and use it, because it doesn't have anything down there. And the GoPro 10, just like the 9, has this thing right here that you can use. But this one has so many issues that it's not really worth the money. Now the good stuff about this, you can use this underwater. It has those things here, right there, and it's a great action camera. There is none good action camera that is included such as this. I mean, if you really think about this way, it's the best one out of all the other action cameras for its niche. But unless you're using it for water sports, if you're using it for other kind of things like walking and just super wide angle footage, or even for filming when you're driving, you might as well just get the 9, because the 10 has almost identical problems that the 9 actually has, which has not been fixed. So it comes with this case over here. Inside the case there is this sticker sheet that you get and picture instructions how to go ahead and use it. It comes with this cable for you to charge. It comes with 2 different mounts for you to use, and you can see the case itself, recyclable. It is really junk. This is okay. I mean, it's not that great, but it is useful. One of the worst things, and you already can see they're going for cheapness here, they gave this huge book with things you need a microscope for you to read. It is like the typing is so small, and there's all kinds of stupid warnings that is all over here for 2 pages in English. Then it has every single language known to man, which is kind of sad because they wasted so much trees. In all this stuff they could just put in, go to this site and get your instructions online. You might as well, because it is just nothing there. It is pretty much a bunch of pages and there is nothing for you to read. Now when it comes to the actual GoPro, what is my issues with it are very specific to this version. One, when you use it, it really does overheat. It's not just one issue. It seems like almost every single one. GoPro 10 versus Osmo Action. It's really about comparison purposes. So I wanted to show you why I decided to supposedly upgrade from the Osmo Action to the GoPro 10. There is pluses and minuses about using the Osmo Action. First off, it has an action cage to it that you actually need to use, which actually is about the same size as the 10, which is the good and the bad thing about this. Now, It seems like it is a good purchase because it is half the price of it, but it's missing the super wide angle, which the GoPro actually 10 has. And two, one of the most annoying things about this is it has only, if you need to use both windows at the same time, you can't actually do it. And you have to switch them around using this complicated thing, which sometimes doesn't actually work. Now, the biggest thing for me that was a breaking point, pretty much in here, is that there's a few things that I do like about this one. One, you just press on this button and you reject the battery, which is easy to do. And two, open this up and you can easily charge it. On the other hand, if I need this for underwater or extreme sports, the GoPro 10 does a fine job with that. Specifically for underwater, it is super insulated and waterproof, something you don't get with the Osmo Action. Now for the downside of this. First off, look, it's kind of hard to get this out. This is one of the downside about this. And now what you can see here is that we have other issues that I really dislike about the 10, bad enough that you might not want to actually own this. First of all, the battery life is just terrible on this. And people were complaining about, and it is true, it's not just a bad copy. It's almost every copy. You will need 2 batteries in order for you to even use this. 2, you need to have nails of steel in order for you to get this thing out of here. And sometimes you can't even open this. You can break your nails, by the way. You have to use a lot of force to do this. And you have to use your nails. If you're a female, you're going to break your nails trying to open this up. And this is an extreme pain to get this to open. Yes, it's waterproof, but at the same time you need to charge all the time. You need to access this all the time for your memory card and to replace the battery. Talking about the battery, look what happened to the battery already. You might think, why? Why did this do this? You know why? It's from the heat. This thing gets extremely hot when you charge it as well. So those are some of the big downsides to this, and those are big downsides. Those are not minors. You should be aware of it when you're thinking about getting the GoPro 10. To top it off, the 9 and the 10 are almost identical when it comes to the price, and a little bit over $100 difference between those two. And you know what? The 9 might be the better deal for you. Talking about deals and everything else, I do like a lot of things about this. So it's just sad that you can't always use everything that you want. And the biggest downside of this is if you have an older computer, you won't be able to even use or see any of this footage. You need to download their own software because the software is not compatible with older computers at all. You can't even use the software. You have to have a brand new Mac in order for you to use it. And you don't need that when you have the Osmo Action. There's just so many small things that make this not a good camera for you to get. And lastly, the membership fee. The membership fee is an expensive $100 that you have to put in. Yes, you save $100, but then you can't cancel the membership fee until the next year. So that $100 save is not even worth it, unless of course you want to upgrade every single year. It's not worth it for you. And yeah, lastly, that's actually one more lastly. When you turn this on, you have to turn this on. Sometimes it will actually, when you put the recording on, it will shut itself off with the recording. So you put this recording on, you put this recording off, and sometimes it will just go shut down by itself. And I put the latest software update to this, and you wouldn't think it will have all those issues, but it does. So I really have a hard time recommending this because of all this minor little things that makes this just too annoying for me to use. And specifically, the worst thing is opening and closing this. This is really the biggest deal breaker out of all of them. Not to mention the sound quality is terrible, and the extra mods don't even do any justice for them, don't even get them. The sound quality between this and the extra mod is almost comparable, almost the same. And there's no mic jack in this as well. You have to get some kind of a mod for you to use, because you can see there is no opening for you to stick anything in here. Overall, it is just a major disappointment for what it is. And unless you need something waterproof and put it underwater and unbreakable, I would suggest just sticking with the thermal action. You can do almost everything. The GoPro, cheaper twice as much, and better as well. Double five, double five, double five. Yeah, double five. Slap me double. Right hand. Right hand. No sniffing. Right hand. Right hand. Shake my hand. Left hand. Shake hand. Right hand. Shake hand. Shake hand. Shake hand. Yes. Shake hand again. Yeah. Now we're gonna play a game, okay? Hold on. Go sit right back in there. Sit down right there. Wait. 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 You ready for the game? Hold on, buds. You can tell me which hand I have it in. Wait. Don't touch my bone, man. Don't touch the bone. Ready to hold on? Ready to play? Tell me where it is at. Come on. Which hand? Which hand? Yes! There it is, you found it. Hold on, buds. Hold on. Ready? Set, go! Where we use the 10 is overheating. I think the 9 also has the overheating problem, but the 10 is even worse because it has the better processor in here. Its menu is a pain for you to use. Like, I've been using the DJI, which is easy for you to go ahead and swipe and everything else. But this one, it's like sometimes when you touch them, they don't actually listen to you, and you have to touch it again. And sometimes it just, look at this, like just moving up and down. It just doesn't listen to you. That's one thing that I dislike about it. Sometimes it just gets stuck. And unlike the DJI, which is really easy for you to use, the menu system is just primitive in this thing. They haven't fixed the menu system. Go back to the basic GoPro, fix the damn menu system. Make it as easy as the DJI, which is supposedly inferior camera. First version, they got everything right. Unfortunately, they didn't make version 2. They made something else that is like the DJI, and this is a cage that I use for it. And I'm not happy because they could have made even better product for the DJI, and they made something a little different which doesn't work for my uses for it. Next problem with this is that the biggest issue we have is the battery. Now I overcharged the whole thing. It is right now at 21%. I hardly use this. You use this for around 20 to 30 minutes, kind of tops, and the battery just dies. It really has one of the worst batteries out there. On the other hand, the DJI battery is so much better. So if you're thinking about getting the iPhone for doing stuff versus this, think about this way. You can use the iPhone 13 or the Pro version or even the Mini almost the entire day. With this, you can use it less than 30 minutes. So if you're going for the beach, you better have two different batteries charged and ready to go. Then, are you kidding me? You have to press on this and you have to use so much power, and accidentally turn this on, for you to open this up. So you can break a nail. If you're a female, you'll definitely break a nail opening this. You can definitely break a nail on that thing. And this got so hot, the battery almost melted. I could see they're having fire hazard recall on those because it just gets so damn hot. Oh, I don't know what else to say. Oh, another problem. This is another one. It's like they keep on making mistakes here. So you have to open this every time you charge it. There is no location for you to put an external mic in here. And you have to use the same exact thing right here, or you have to use some kind of module for you to get the external mic in, which defeats the whole entire purpose of the whole external mic thing. Do this, and then it gets overheated, and it can't use the external mic. So what's the point of that? And to get the memory card out, you got to get the battery out. You can't eject the memory card without getting the battery out of here first. So we have a bunch of different small and unique issues with this that just keeps adding up to the frustration level when you use this up. On the other hand, it is waterproof like a tank. Once you seal it in and close it, if you're doing just water sports, this is excellent. If you're using it for the super cold environment, this is not going to be good. The battery doesn't seem to be working in really cold environments, which is weird because it gets overheated. You would think that it's not going to have an issue, but a lot of people did report that one. I haven't actually tested in that kind of environment over there. So overall, it's a big down, and I don't really like it. I don't like it because it could have been such a great product, and it's not. Which is a sad thing because we get an excellent, otherwise, product. It was much better than the Night. Maybe the next version they're gonna finally fix the issues of this one. It's always they seem like the next one they fix some issues and then they go back and they mess it up. And the sad thing is this company, this is the flagship product that they have. This is what made this company what it is. So they should put a lot more effort into this. So I wanted to document this weird phenomenon that I got with GoPro. Not only it overheating, but specifically when the battery was almost dead, it went into this powering off mode. And it's funny that the battery was almost dead and yet it did this for about 10 minutes straight, where it keeps on trying to power off and it can't just turn itself off, which is highly unusual and weird. To top it off, it overheated this whole thing, and it's like super heated right now. Not very hot, but definitely pretty hot by itself. So something is really going on with this GoPro for sure. Then there was the subscription thing, which I'm not going to even get into, which is just a waste of money. $100 extra for subscription that you can't cancel for an entire year. Are you kidding me? So should you get this? Is this a good product? I would say no. Avoid. Do not get. This is not worth your money. It's not worth your time, unless you need something very specific. It's a bit overpriced. And of course, once they come up with a new version, the old one drops down and you can get this at a super cheap price and rate. Thank you so much for watching, and unfortunately I rate this thumbs down. It is still a decent product for what it is. It has a lot of shortcomings. It would be like a 7 out of 10 star. The DJI still wins it, unfortunately, with giving this a 9 out of 10 actually. The only thing missing in the DJI is it could have been better as a waterproof camera, which it is not as good with that. And also the other issue I keep having, you have to have an external case for it. And lastly, it doesn't have the super wide angle, which is one of the reasons I like the GoPro. So if you don't need some of those features, go for the DJI. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and see you in the next video of the Geek Tech Show. You never know what is the next thing that's going to be featured on this.